Hello, I'm Shekhar Varma of SDB Training and SalesAssessment.com, and this video is about taking you around the sales cycle and having a look at the fundamentals of consultative selling. What I want to do is actually just tell you a quick story. One day I was standing in my garden, and in my garden I have a tap, and the tap was dripping. And I look at it, as I do every time, and say to myself, the tap's dripping. On one of these occasions, a plumber walks through my garden, and the plumber says to me, "Your tap's dripping." And I say to the plumber, "Yeah, I know." He says, "I could fix that for you for £50. And I say, "Yeah, it's okay, I can live with it." Okay? Now, one of the fundamentals of consultative selling is distinguishing between an issue, a problem, or a challenge and an actual need. A need is something I want to do something about. An issue, a challenge, a problem is something potentially I could live with for a long time. So I'm back to my tap, which is dripping. And again, a couple of weeks later, I'm still looking at it and I'm still seeing it's dripping, and I'm still walking on, and I'm still saying to myself, I ought to do something about this, but I don't. Another plumber walks through my garden and he says, "You've got a dripping tap." And I think, yeah, here it comes, I can fix it. But he doesn't. What this plumber says to me is, "How many drips every minute?" And I say, "I don't know." So he says, "Have you got the time for me to check it?" And he does. And he checks how many drips in 1 minute. He then says, "How much does water cost you per litre?" And I say, "I don't know." And he says, "I do." And he works it out for me. And he says, "Do you know that dripping tap is costing you £1 every day?" I said, "Is it?" "Yeah." "How long's it been like that?" he says. And I say to him, again, I don't know, a couple of months maybe? He says, "Well, in that case, you've probably lost about £50 worth of water already. Can you afford to do that? Can you afford to let that go on?" Now he's got my attention. Now I'm thinking, this problem is a bit bigger than I actually thought. And I actually say to him, "Can you do something about it?" And he says, "Yeah, it'll cost you £60, but I can mend it for you right here and now." Well, I'm just thinking the other plumber could do it for 50, but that's going to take longer. So we haggle a little, we settle on 55, and he gets on and he mends my tap. A fundamental of consultative approaches to selling is to be able to build the need that the customer has, for them to be able to see the benefit in metrics and understand the difference between an issue, a challenge, or a problem that you can live with and a need that you've got to do something about. And that is one of the key fundamentals if you want to be a really successful consultative seller.